Well, today's the day. Another day. I'm not at home right now, as you can tell. I'm actually sitting in my car because I decided to be out and about today. It's actually a nice day, even though I'm in a hoodie. I was only because I'm feeling a little hoodie-ish today. You know what I mean? In this video, I was going to talk about mental health because right now I'm feeling it today. Also, I shaved. Well, not shaved, but I removed my goatee and everything, so it's going to look weird. And this is also my new hair. Lovely burgundy that I've got going on right now. This burgundy color, or as my friend Phoenix would say, 99J, but it's not 99J. But yeah, I was gonna talk about mental health, but today I'm decided to talk about religion. So let's stir this shit up. Hey, it's Kay, and welcome to my little corner of the internet. All right, so the conversation regarding religion in my personal life is this. I don't have a very religious family. I think my family is religious just like any other Black family is. The last time I probably stepped foot in the church was the day my grandmother passed away, and I think that was about 4 years ago. I'm sorry, that sounds like I don't remember, but there was a lot of death in my family for a period of time, and that was probably the last time I've ever stepped foot into a church. If you hear the AC in the back, I'm sitting in my car. I'm trying to get through this quickly, so bear with. Outside of that, I have a family that believes in God and Jesus and everything, and my mother has a Bible. Her partner they have a religious background, religious need to have it in life and everything. But outside of that, once you get to my siblings, it's my brother's probably an atheist, my sister's is probably atheist-y as well. I am not an atheist. I have my own belief system, personally speaking, but it's not like I need to go to church every Sunday or Wednesday or 3 times a week or something and find my way to the religious righteousness. Also, given the fact because even though there's a lot of silent sissies of the pew out there, but I love saying that. But I think that me personally speaking, and I know for a fact that because somebody else did a video about somebody coming out and with their religious belief from that Tyler Perry show, Beauty in the Black. So shout out to Nico. This actually isn't because of him. Because I just didn't feel like talking about my mental health today, so I'm just going to talk about religion. To me, honestly speaking, religion isn't. Let me open my windows. Need some ventilation in here. To me, honestly, religion is not the problem in society, in my opinion. I'm in Virginia. I've seen a lot of churches. I've seen a lot of people talking about come to a church on Sunday, come here at 11 o'clock. I think these are more so white churches, because Black churches, not Black churches, I wouldn't know because I haven't set foot in any of them, but white churches, they in and out within an hour and a half. Black churches, you in there for about 2-3 hours. Sidebar, I'm parked in front of a little beach area. That's a little park area and shit like that. And there's somebody here in a car who, to my knowledge, is unhoused, but I think they're also cruising as they're down here. I could be wrong. But every so often they have gone back to the bathroom that they're parked next to. Now they could be going to use the bathroom. I don't fucking know, but it gives me very much I'm cruising down here type of shit. Because one dude, unless he's a drug dealer, I don't know. I do not know. But anyway, back to what he's talking about. Yeah, religion isn't a problem. It's the people who use religion is the problem, in my opinion. Sorry to the people who's about to hurt, feel, and whatever. People who use religion are the problem for me. It's how they choose to weaponize it and use it against people and everything, and how they make people feel when it comes to how they view the life and the world and everything, especially in this current administration. I look really weird without glasses and without facial hair. I haven't seen myself without facial hair in a long time. But back to what I was saying. People who use religion as a sort of a weapon. I remember one time I said this to my therapist, and she actually kind of took a step back and was wow, I never thought about it like that. I said religion should be a tool and not a weapon, but sadly people weaponize it so much. They love to pick and choose what exactly is a justifiable sin and what isn't, and make other people feel like they're bad because they don't do act or subscribe the way that they do to the book of the book of Genesis, or I messed that up, sorry, or like this any proverbs of scripture or anything like that. And there's also so many different religions across the nation and the country, and also just the world in general, that is like they all kind of have their own different views and takes on everything. And honestly, I just subscribe to my own personal, just be a good person, do good things, respect others as you want to be respected. Those are like some of the pillars that I have in life. And like, I think it's one thing when it's like the way I treat friends and strangers are very different, for obvious reasons. Like, they're friends, so I treat them with a different level of love and care, but I also treat them like as if I disrespect them all the time. But that's just sarcasm and humor, you know what I mean? That's what friends become family. And so when you start treating them like family, it's like, yeah, you treat them like you would treat your siblings or some shit. But like strangers, I don't really try to be rude to any strangers or people like that. It's not in my capacity as a person to do that. I don't get into altercations. I like just try to keep shit cool and copacetic, because like if you fuck up my day, then like both of our days are getting fucked up. So it's like, what's the point? But yeah, this is gonna be a short video too. I'm sorry. I'm again not in a good space today. But like it's just religion is just not something I subscribe to on a global scale. I think people really have taken religion and feel like it needs to infiltrate every single aspect of other people's lives rather than just their own. And if like I know somebody who goes to Bible study and everything, and it hasn't influenced her life to where it's like it's unbearable to be. Like, she's still the same person I've been knowing. She just found a way to she started going to it because she needed more clarity in life and how to figure out and deal with the problems and everything. And I completely commend her for doing that. And I can completely commend her for doing that. But I am not. But luckily, she's not gotten to the stage of like where she has to be homophobic or any of the other things and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah. But to me, like and I hate fake religious people. I hate people who have a religious belief when it only comes to homosexuality or the gays and everything like that. But then they got 3 women pregnant and not married, or 3 men got kids by 3 men, or like premarital sex, or not exactly a good person, or cheated on their wives with adult film stars, and they still managed to run for high off. Yeah. So yeah, that's my views on religion. That's really it. Sorry if people feel offended by this or for hurt. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for coming from my little corner of the internet. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I see some of you guys liked my last video a little bit because it has a little bit more views than the ones before, which is nice. I'm going to try to do more things like that when it comes to my personal experience, when it comes to LGBT community. But I do have something fun coming up soon. So that should be an interesting 3-part video, actually. So stay on the lookout for that one, guys. And I'll see you all in the next one.